Welcome back. The 8th day of July. Lacy.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Hi.
You're back.
I'm back.
How was everything?
Great. I was in Boston for 4th of July. It was wonderful.
You got to Americana it up.
I did.
Now, you got to see Ben Franklin's tomb, and you sent me a picture of that.
Yes.
You know, what's interesting is that, I didn't realize that people actually went to, funerals back then.
Oh, well, wait, what do you mean?
For Franklin's funeral, that was a big deal.
Okay.
George Washington's funeral,
Mm-hmm.
People went to that. And I don't know if John Adams went to Washington's. He might have went to Franklin's. But there was Jefferson went, there was a whole thing about the funerals of these guys. Interesting.
Yeah.
His tomb's interesting.
His tomb is really interesting. It's
it's Illuminati. Yes.
He was, yes. It's like an obelisk.
People, I feel like that's where it comes from. They're there has to be.
Well, especially because he's, in my opinion, not necessarily the most important person in that cemetery.
Yeah.
But his grave is the focal point when you walk in because it's this huge
Who's
monument.
all in that one?
Well, Sam Adams is in there, and apparently we were visiting a friend, and he mentioned that there's a bar across from the cemetery where you can drink a Sam Adams beer and look at Sam Adams's grave, which is how they market, you want to have a Sam Adams while
was he
you
a
look at
brew
Sam
guy?
Adams.
Was he a beer guy at all, or was that just?
Oh my God, I assume so, but I actually have no idea. We'll have to look that up. But Paul Revere.
He's in there
and
too?
he's one for me, the most important or the most excited. I was the most excited to see him. But there are also just a ton of really interesting gravestones. I love the carvings on old gravestones and what the different symbols mean and all the different skulls. They're all done by hand, and so you get this really cool artistic variation.
He was a maltster. One who prepared malted barley for brewing.
Okay, so good. There was a reason. You know what? I like that because what if he was a teetotaler? Yeah. Well, a teetotaler. We did not consume alcohol, and then now people know him for the beer. I would feel kind of bad about that. This is good. This is good.
So, I was thinking about this the other day, and this isn't even a political, partisan thought or anything, but imagine if we had the chance to bring back the founding fathers just for one day.
Okay.
And it's 4th of July. You can come back and you can see the luminaries and all the stuff 250 years later. I think they'd look around and go, oh, dear God, I didn't think we were going to be around this long. I think that would be the first thing, number one.
They'd be, yeah.
And number two, I think that they'd be not even talking politics. Politics out of this.
Yeah.
They would just, I think, look around and be in utter shock.
Yes.
I truly believe that they'd be wait, you said there's 370 million people in this country? We had 2.5. No,
I know. I mean, considering
it's just nuts.
We're talking every week. We come here. We talk about 100 years ago, and it's so vastly different. 100 years ago, this would be 250 years ago.
Luminaries might have been a lit candle in a balloon back then, not these fireworks. And regardless of how you feel, we shot off so many fireworks that the air quality had to be bad for 4 days. We set a record. We shot off 18,000.
In Alton?
No.
Or in the United States?
Yeah, no, in D.C. they set the Guinness World Record. They shot 18,000 fireworks in 45 minutes. It just was nonstop. It looked like a war zone. And then in Alton too, it was they had it was huge. I couldn't believe it. I'm okay, Alton, here's the thing though, Lacy. Back to Alton. I have never, don't say that. Every year or every other year, I would sneak up to the roof and watch the fireworks. It always was the best spot in the town.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, until they shot them off behind the flour mill this year.
No!
Yeah, so oh my goodness, I with the family and everything, and boom, I go, where are the fireworks at?
No.
Oh, no. And some of them came over the flour mill, but I'm what are the odds of this? The greatest fireworks show Alton's had in a while, and I get an obstructed view. What was your article about? Oh, wait, hold on. Best part of the trip.
Honestly, it might have been the Harvard Museum of Natural History was phenomenal. They had this exhibit of glass flowers that doesn't sound that exciting, but they were made in the 1800s by these glassmakers in Europe as study material, for botanists. So they were so detailed that you never would have expected them to be made of glass. So the Harvard Museum of Natural History was phenomenal. We went to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, which was also incredible. And I really loved the Boston Public Library. They have a bar at the inside the Boston Public Library.
When are we going to get one of those in Alton?
No promises. It was very fancy. You could also do tea service. It was really interesting. So we spent like half a day at the library. Also, there is, do you know the book Make Way for Ducklings? Okay,
I'm not the reading type.
Well, it's from maybe the 40s, but it's this very cute book with a line of ducklings that are like walking through Boston and people stop for them. And they have a sculpture of it in the Boston Public Gardens. And so I knew there was a sculpture somewhere, but I didn't know it was there. And we stumbled upon it when we were out walking one day, and it was really exciting to see that. So there were all these like little things. And of course the fireworks and the Boston Pops.
Oh, that'd have been awesome. Yeah, it's all cool stuff.
Really cool. Yeah. The whole weekend was just very, it was a very nice combination. I don't know if you've been to Boston. Have you been to Boston? It's like old and new together. So you're just walking down the street and then you see this, part of the Freedom Trail that has been around since the 1700s. And you're not always expecting it like right there. Oh, we saw the USS Constitution. We got to like board it.
That's cool.
Go down below the decks and everything. Old Ironside. Anyway, it was just great.
Wow. All right. So 100 years ago.
Yes.
100 years and 4 days ago.
Right.
The sesquicentennial celebration in Alton took place.
It
Always
sure
a
did.
Damn picnic.
Oh my God, they loved picnics.
Maybe picnic was just a word.
But
maybe
you know what?
Picnic was just word for block party.
I think it was the word for block party. This is also during Prohibition. So I think these days, block party, we think of like food and drinks and all of that.
Is that a local?
No.
Okay,
that's from the Library of Congress.
I wanted to have a friggin' conversation with someone that wrapped their daughter in firecrackers.
No, I couldn't find anything that worked
Very
locally.
patriotic.
So yes, so that is from the Library of Congress. But that photo, I gotta get creative with photos.
I love it. I'm like, wait, is that a bunch of M80s wrapped around?
That's part of why I chose it. Well, one of the things I was going to talk about, and then I didn't talk about it as much, is there were all these articles about the police chief like putting out orders that you will not do fireworks before the 4th of July. And they weren't even, so there was a city ordinance forbidding sale of fireworks except during July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And then you couldn't discharge them except on July 4th. So it was even like, there's a fireworks notice that says discharge of fireworks or firearms within the city limits of Alton is strictly forbidden except on the 4th of July, and anyone violating the ordinance in this regard prior to midnight, July 3rd, shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And then Gustav Roch, chief of police. And then there was a whole article about it where they were basically like, if your kids are out in the street shooting off fireworks, you're going to get charged for it. Like they were not messing around. So because there were all these fireworks articles, and I have them in my sources, but I didn't end up really putting them into the article because I was really just talking about the picnic. But that's what made me choose this picture, because I was thinking about the children and all their fireworks.
Did they have colorful fireworks back then? Or did they just explode?
I don't know. Fireworks
because remember that one time they set them off in that kid's pocket or something?
Yeah. Fireworks have been around for so much longer.
That's why this guy's angry. Remember the year before they
right.
They set up they rained terror all over the city of Alton. I remember this now like it was like a year ago yesterday.
He was probably still thinking about that and like
probably I would be. Yeah, you just almost killed a child.
Yes. Yes, let's not make that mistake again.
Not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it actually happened.
Because it did. It actually happened. This is one of those, sometimes you see like
why is that sign
there?
Yes, that is exactly why the chief of police went, because I'm thinking at first I'm like, okay, like he is really cracking the whip down on this. Nope. Get why. Yep. This is why we can't have nice things, because you literally almost blew up your neighbor.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So one special part.
Yeah.
Of the 1926 Legion event was the sesquicentennial celebration described as, quote, typical old-fashioned 4th of July program.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
Okay, we'll keep moving on here. Approximately.
That's why it's in quotes.
Approximately 8,000 people were in attendance. Mm-hmm. I want to know how they get their numbers.
You know what? No idea.
It's always a round number.
Well, that's why they say approximately.
I
they didn't
get
say
it. That's
exactly.
like the asterisk. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, it was a Rock Spring Park. They had well, a big part of all these articles in the 20s when they have a picnic is about the cars. So half of this article was about how many cars there were. There were an estimated 4,000 cars in the park. And it took them 2 hours for everybody to leave after the fireworks in their cars.
Oh my God.
And
I wonder how many fistfights there were.
Right. It talked about there were automobiles pouring out of the park at the rate of 2,000 an hour. And they had the chief of police and a bunch of people from the police department and William Boynton, who was the attorney that took the bus trip out to the coast. He was in charge of parking, like his subcommittee as part of the planning committee was parking. And he had 50 traffic assistants, and they still didn't they didn't necessarily have enough people to really keep things working with the cars in Rock Spring Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize we had a Madison County Historical Society in 1926.
Yeah, it's been around more than 100 years. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
And then Norman G. Flagg, 2 G's, read the Declaration of Independence, and a local lawyer by the name of a school named Gilson Brown gave the formal address. Now, if I was a real comedian, I would have said local lawyer Gilson Brown Elementary. Said,
I like to talk about him because I feel like he's, of all the elementary schools, he's the one where you're like, what? Who is this?
I was like that with Horace Mann.
Well, but Horace Mann at least was more well known.
I don't even know who that guy is.
But he's nationally known, and Gilson Brown is locally known.
I got you.
So that's why.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, because you can't just Google Gilson Brown the way you can Google any of the other schools.
That makes sense. That's totally different because I'm not very good at my herstory. So
herstory.
Yeah. With that being said, Mr. Brown was listened to attentively by. I'm going to keep going. I was hoping that was correct. By a good sized audience though it was hot and there was little shade.
Yeah, they made sure to mention.
Yeah, that was some disgruntled writer right there. Some guy was sweating his butt off there, waiting on all this to conclude.
Right.
Announced subcommittee chairman for everything from ice cream to first aid to advertising.
Oh my God, they had an entire article in March.
It's March 2nd.
March 2nd, announcing all of the subcommittee chairmen, and there were like 18 subcommittees. It was everything. This was well planned.
This is incredible. Even the fireworks. So they did shoot off fireworks.
They did shoot off fireworks.
Do we know what colors?
Didn't say what colors, just that they were more aerial pieces such as skyrockets and aerial bombs.
Automobiles were pouring out of the park at a rate of 2,000 an hour.
Isn't that insane?
I just want to know where they're getting these measurements.
But maybe there's someone, you can get those counter clicker things. They're very useful. So you could just be like.
But what if he was off that day? The counter. What if he was like just clicking too fast? He didn't realize, because that's a lot of traffic.
Maybe there were multiple people doing it so they could compare numbers.
If you were a car counter that day in 1926, there's still a chance. Be a young car counter. I want you on the show next time.
If you were a baby counting cars.
I want to figure this
1926.
out. You might have been one of the people feeding the goat or bear cigarettes. That was the goat. Right. Even with the fireworks over, the refreshments sold out. Many attendees kept the party going. It was after midnight before the park completely cleared on out of there.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So many people could have just walked home and made it there quicker. Yeah, probably. Yeah. What was your favorite part about the article?
I liked... What did I like? I liked that they just dedicated so much of it to the car thing, because they were just still trying to figure out cars. And so every article about an event has a whole section about the traffic. And, maybe now you would say like in downtown Alton, it took, an hour for everybody to clear out or something like that. Mm-hmm. But you wouldn't be like reporting how many cars and the car attendants and like, I consolidated. There was a lot more.
You're saying that you had to take this down.
I had to take it down, and it's still an entire paragraph.
This is fantastic. I just love it. All right. With that being said, ow.
Are you all right?
No. With that being said, ow. With that, when Estella bumps her son, she goes, oh. With that being said, what are you writing about next Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm writing about the Wood River Pool opening. Do you know about the Wood River Pool?
No.
Okay, I don't know when it closed, but it opened 100 years ago, and it was insanely big. Like
really?
1,000 people could swim in it at the same time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
When are we going to write a story about the death slide from hell on Godfrey Road?
The death slide?
Yeah, there was like this tall slide, like all the carnivals have, that you get a little potato sack and you go down the metal slide and you try to stay alive. You ever seen one of those?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
There was a big one. I'm pretty sure.
When?
A long time ago.
What was it called?
I don't know, but there was a big old slide there.
Did people die?
No. They should.
Well,
maybe.
We'll
back in the day.
Probably find out.
No. Yeah, let's figure it out, though.
Okay.
I will get you some details on that. All the deets.
Perfect.
Glad you're back in town.
Thanks.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
It's 10:43, a little bit of change. We'll wrap up the show next.